the kind of things that we discuss. And this week's topic is going to be on, as a man, how do you handle failure? Um, what does that mean to you? Like failure, how do you handle that? How do you kind of take those life lessons and learn from that? Uh, do you take those life lessons and learn from that, or is it just kind of something where it just kind of eats at you and it's something you kind of dwell on? I'll let you go first, Julio, as far as just handling failure. Like, you don't have to give me an example, but I just want you to think about it like
No, yeah.
something recently that's just been like you consider that, damn, I failed there. And how did you handle that? Like,
I
what
mean,
did that feel like and look like to you?
yeah, I think for me, when I think about failure, I think about all the aspects of my life. Again, I just recently had a birthday last week, or last Friday, whenever we recorded the show. And the older that I get, the more that I look at failure as an opportunity to improve myself. Before, when I was younger, I used to dwell on it. I used to beat myself up about it a lot when I failed at something, whether that be a relationship, whether that be um, a, a an opportunity to get a promotion at work, whatever the case may be. You know, I always kind of used to beat myself up about it a lot. Like I used to dwell on it and be like, how could I have done that better? Why the hell didn't it work out the way that I thought it was going to work out? And kind of just had that negative talk with myself all the time, talking to myself and kind of repeating the scenario in my head over and over again and being like, how did I mess that up so bad? Why did it mess up so bad? Right. And I used to let it fester so much so that you start to, in my opinion, in my cases, it would always start to it have a snowball effect to where I failed at something because I'm dwelling on it so much, it just starts affecting other things, other aspects of my life, whether that be my relationship with my kids, my relationship with my significant other at the time, my relationship with friends outside of work, things of that nature. Like it put me especially in a bad place to where I just didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to say nothing to nobody. I was just like, fuck the world, fuck everybody else, everybody's against me type of feeling, and kind of just beating myself up about it. But the older that I'm getting, the more that I see those failures as opportunities to learn and grow. I
Hmm.
start understanding now more that sometimes you have to fail. And from those failures, a lot of good things can come from those things because you start to see yourself from a different perspective or a different angle. You start to look at things from a different perspective. You start to kind of analyze the situation and say, okay, yeah, I might have failed at this right now. It didn't work out the way that I wanted it to work out. But what did I learn from it? What did I get from it? How did I improve myself from this experience? Um, and that could be in a lot of different things. Again, it could be in a relationship, it could be you as a father, it could be you as a husband, as a boyfriend, as whatever, as a significant other. You those are things that you can kind of take with you and kind of learn from. For a long time, um, me personally, this, Joe, that I separated with my ex a while back, almost 3 years ago, and I just kind of isolated myself and wasn't really looking for anything or anyone or anything like that, right? And then something again kind of just happens. Stuff happens and you meet people and you start to kind of vibe with them, you start digging them, they start digging you, and it feels like something beautiful. And it goes back to like being vulnerable and being able to let yourself be vulnerable with certain people. Because again, because of the way that we are, we don't really, that's not something that's normal or typical or something that you just give away to everybody,
Right.
right? So it's one of those things to where you let that vulnerability seep back out, or you kind of bring your walls down and allow something like that to happen. And then for that not to pan out the way that you thought it was going to pan out. and for it to be like, damn, I was thinking that this could have turned into something beautiful, and then it doesn't end up being that way. It ends up
Bro,
being,
that hurts.
it does. But
That's excruciating.
the thing that I take from it is that it reminds me that I still have the ability to care and to love someone in that way, in that light. And that I'm still capable of that. Even though that on the outside, most of the time, like we talked last time, I mean, when you see me out in the street or you run into me or whatever, a lot of people always give me that. Well, you always look intimidating, like you don't want nobody to approach you, you don't want nobody to talk to you. And just to clarify for everybody out there, if you ever do run into me in the streets, I'm not pissed off at anybody. I'm not gonna try to bite your head off if you come and talk to me or want to shake my hand or whatever or meet me or whatever. I'm not gonna do that. I'll shake your hand with a lot of respect and talk to you for a bit and keep it pushing. I just don't walk around with a smile on my face all the time. Let's just put it that way. And so I don't have the most inviting face in the world. Like come and talk to me, come sit with me, come and have a chat with me. That's not me. That's more Joe's cup of tea. That's not my cup of tea. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not going to talk to you or I'm not going to say something to you or whatever the case may be. But the biggest thing with that is that I've learned from those experiences that I still have that ability to be able to connect with someone on that
Yeah.
on that deep sense, to be able to be like, hey, I can let go of myself and bring my walls down to where I don't have to be always paranoid and always like, oh well, what if this person does this and what if this person does that? And I think now that in my age, in the point of my life that I'm at right now, I would rather be happy and have peace than to be dwelling on negativity or to be dwelling on why this didn't work out or why that didn't work out or this and that and the other. Like I don't need to dwell on that. It was a
Yeah.
beautiful experience. It was nice to be in it while I was in it. No pun intended there, but 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 at the this motherfucker. But at the same time, you again, I got to see that I was still capable of providing love to someone and care for someone in that sense. When I thought for sure that I was done with that I was already past that. And, I'm just enjoying the fruits of my labor right now and living life the way that I live it. And I'm still living life the way that I live it. But, you
Living
know,
la vida loca, bro.
I don't know about all that. I mean, I'm an old man now. Maybe back in my 20s, yeah, but not no
Bro,
more.
we're old men now. We're old men now.
My days consist of watching football on Sundays and going fishing from time to time just to kill some time. You know what I mean?
Falling asleep on the couch just
That's
randomly.
right. That
You
that's
know,
that's a
that's
beautiful. That's a perfect Sunday right
that
there.
is beauty at its finest right there.
Couldn't ask for anything else. That's why I thank God for my girls and I have two beautiful girls and they're the ones that keep me on my toes. And every now and then they'll be like, "Hey, you know what? Why don't we just take a road trip to San Antonio to go try a turkey leg?" And I'm like, "Well, fuck it, let's go. I'm down. You
Yeah.
talking about some food? Let's get it." You know what I mean? So it's just things like that for me, from my perspective as a man, when I look at failures now, back when I was younger, yeah, it used to eat me up. It used to piss me off. I used to get so angry and upset over failures. And then I got to a point in life to where I started to realize what good is it doing me to get pissed off, to get angry, to get to be bent all out of shape over a situation or something that happened. Like, why should I let it affect me? Because me being pissed off is not going to change the situation. It's not going to make anything better. And it's
Right.
not going to change the fact that I failed. So why be pissed off about it? Just learn from it and keep it pushing. And that's where I'm at now, to where I'm like, anything that happens, I'm like, yeah, that sucks that fucking happened. And it sucks that I don't have that anymore. But hey, I'm still here. God's blessed me with the breath of life to be able to provide for my kids, to be able to provide for my families, to give me another shot at another day, to be a better man than I was yesterday. And it's just a great feeling to have that type of attitude, to just keep pushing forward and not let anything that's happened in my life or in my little world affect me to the point to where it's going to make me view everything else as bitter as some people do tend to view it, because some people do deal with it differently and they end up being bitter. They end up being upset and pissed off at the world and wanting to write everybody else off. And it's, to me, it's like, why? You're not fixing
Yeah.
your situation. It's not doing anything for you. So what do you benefit out of that? How does that make you any, how does that make your life better? And
Yeah.
it's confusing to me. So for me, I just learn from it, baby. That's it. That's all I do. I learn from it
Yeah.
and keep it pushing.
Yeah, bro. I think that's the biggest thing is when you experience failure as a man, especially in your younger years, you take everything personal. You
Mhm.
take everything like as almost like a like like an affront, like a challenge, like a slap in the face. And sometimes those are lessons you just have to learn. You have to learn for personal growth, for personal experience. And sometimes you just got to be humble. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're a little too high and then you just got to be brought down a peg, bro. Like you have to be reminded that hey, you're not above it. You're not above it. I think one of the biggest things about handling failure is not making long-term decisions based on short-term emotions. I know I've
Yes.
talked to a friend of mine a lot about that recently, about how you cannot, in a moment of anger or a moment of bitterness, get to a point where you make a decision that affects you long term and it's
100%. Yeah.
something that was over an instant like that. Let's say it's something where you get pissed off with somebody at work, right? Or you get pissed off at a manager,
And
and
that
you're
happens
just
all
like,
the time.
"Oh, I don't
All
have
the
to
time.
take this shit, and y'all don't know. I know best." And
Mhm.
you want to get pissed off. Yeah, I know how what I'm doing. I'm gonna do it my way, and you get pissed off. You're not mature enough to handle your emotions and your feelings. I've been there.
Yep.
I've been there. I know what that feels like. And you wanna cuss somebody out and you wanna quit and you wanna act,
Mhm.
you make a split decision. You're like, you know what, fuck that, I quit.
Yeah.
Then the next day you're sitting back and you're like, damn, I ain't got a job. I don't have no backup plan.
What the fuck am I gonna
What
do?
am I gonna do? Why? Because I was
Been
mad in the
there.
moment
Been there,
and I
done that.
made a
Yeah.
stupid decision.
Mhm.
Hey, come pick me up. I'm quitting.
I think we were both there for that one.
Julio, bro, I'm going to lunch. You rolling? I'm not coming back.
We we not coming back.
We're not coming back.
Oh, Lord.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Just stuff like
Yeah.
that, dog. Like, but the whole goal of that is to learn those lessons.
Mhm.
Take something of value from it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
When you look at failure, you can look at it as, like I said, as something that's a hindrance. And everybody, it's natural to kind of feel like that. Like, damn, like I failed. What did I do wrong? Where did I mess up? What could I have done better? And that's good to have that self-reflection
Mhm.
and just kind of that internal dialogue with yourself. But at the same time, you have to also understand, hey, don't beat yourself up. Don't be
Yeah.
too hard on yourself.
I think that's one
Things
of the
things happen.
hardest things. Yeah, I think that's one of the hardest things for a lot of people, um, for them to be able to just forgive themselves, to be more forgiving to themselves, because you like to, and I'm not saying everybody does it, but there's a good chunk of people that what they do is they'll dwell on that feeling, that emotion that came out during that time, and they're feeding off of it because it's like you're repeating it in your head and continuing to play back that failure. And it's like, how,
For
why?
some people, that's all they've known, right? For
Yeah.
some people, all they've known is when it gets tough,
Hmm.
I've never had nobody else to rely on. It's always just been me.
Me. Yep.
I'm a panic.
Hmm.
I don't know what to do. I'm kind of in a bind.
Yep.
And you have to have somebody that's gonna be there next to you, beside you, behind you, motivating you and letting you know, hey, it's gonna be all right. Like, you're not wrong to feel overwhelmed. You're not wrong to feel like you're a little bit
For sure.
panicked,
For sure.
but don't sit in that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you fail, you have every right to be like, "Damn, like, this sucks," but pick yourself back up.
Mhm.
Keep it pushing, keep moving forward, and I think when you find somebody like that that's gonna push you
Mhm.
and is they're not gonna let you sit there and dwell in that, they're gonna put their hand out to you, and they're gonna be like, "Let me help you up. I got you. I got you. Don't worry about it. Hey, players fuck up.
Yeah.
We'll get it. It happens. Everybody falls down.
Everybody
It don't
falls
matter
down.
how old you are.
Get your
Everybody
ass
falls
up.
down.
Get your ass
We
up and
we
keep
back on the
moving.
horse. We back on
Yeah.
the horse. It just is what it is. And I think when you have somebody like that, it helps. It helps. And it shows you like not everybody's the same. Not everybody's gonna abandon you. Not
Mhm.
everybody's gonna let you down. Not everybody's gonna
Exactly.
laugh at you when you fail. Not
Mhm.
everybody's gonna not sympathize, empathize with you. There's people out there that are gonna have your back genuinely and just be like, "Hey,
And you're
it is
also
what
gonna
it
have
is."
and you're also gonna have those people that are gonna sit there and point and laugh and make fun of and point it out and keep continuing to remind you that, "Hey, you remember
I
that
told
time?
you.
I
I
told you that
told
shit.
you.
I told you that shit was gonna happen." And the thing is that the one of the best phrases that I've ever heard, and I heard it recently. They were doing like an interview or a round table with like Robert De Niro and Tom Hanks and like a bunch of great actors. And the one phrase that Tom Hanks said that stuck with me, is still stuck with me in my head now, was his favorite phrase is "This too shall pass." And he said that for everything. Like he was going through a really, really high moment in his career and doing really well and making all this money. And he was like, and this too shall pass. And then next thing you know, he's at the bottom, not making no money, still struggling, trying to figure this out. And the thing that he kept repeating to himself is this too shall pass. And I think for me, I love that phrase because it's a very true statement. You're you're gonna have your highs,
It
you're
keeps
gonna
you
have your
neutral.
lows,
Yeah.
you're going to have a lot of different things. Life in general is a roller coaster ride. You're going to have your highs, you're going to have your lows, and there's going to be times where you're just rolling in a one direction and staying plateaued. But you know what? At the end of the day, the greatest thing is that you have another day tomorrow. Nothing is just going to last
Yeah.
forever. Tomorrow's a brand new if today was a shit day, guess what? Go to bed. When you wake up, tomorrow's a brand new day and we get to start all over again.
But
And that's the beauty
you
of it.
gotta have your mindset already in
Exactly.
place of yesterday was yesterday, today is
It's
today,
today.
tomorrow's
Always
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Imma
Exactly.
worry about right here, right
Right
now.
now.
I'm gonna be
Exactly.
in this moment. What am I feeling? What am I thinking? What am I
Mhm.
working towards?
Yep.
I'm lock in, and we're just gonna go from there.
Yeah.
And I think if you can do that in the face of failure, I think you're ahead of the game. If you let
Fuck yeah.
failure keep you down, kick you in the ass, and and prevent you from being able to move forward, you lose that progress, you lose that momentum,
Mhm.
you lose that growth. It stunts you. It keeps you in a spot where you don't want to be. And then that's when the things start changing. You're bitter, you're angry, you're frustrated. Nothing ever works out for you. Everybody hates you. All that nonsense that you start telling yourself because you're not mentally prepared, you're not emotionally mature enough to realize, hey man, it happens to everybody. I
Mhm.
don't give a damn who you talk to. They failed somewhere in their life. Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time, you know how many game winning shots he missed? Nobody talks about that.
Mm. But he knows how many he's missed.
He'll
He
tell you.
knows. He'll tell you how many exactly how many game-winning shots had the opportunity to make and how
And he
many he's
missed.
missed.
Yeah.
And he's not
Because
afraid to say that.
no, because why? Because everyone that he missed, he's back in the gym the next day. He's shooting, he's practicing, he's grinding. And that's what you do when you fail. You figure out you reassess. So let me take a step back. Okay, Where did I mess up? Okay, I'm gonna focus on that. I'm gonna keep it pushing. I can't tell you, bro. Like this week, I've been struggle busting it at work, dog. Like I feel like I'm always, like just a little bit behind. Like I'm right there on the edge of I'm
I feel you,
getting
bro.
ahead
I feel
and I'm about to be drowning. Like I'm
Mhm.
right there on that
Yeah.
edge.
You're keeping your mouth and your nose afloat, but everything else is underwater, yeah. I know
Boy, I'm
exactly what you're
paddling
talking
for
about,
my
bro.
life, dog. And
I
you know
know
what it
exactly what you're talking about.
is I realize I take a step back and I'm like, my week flies by because I'm busy all day.
Mhm.
I don't have time to twiddle my thumbs and be bored and be lollygagging and chit chatting with everybody. Like I'm locked in, I'm pushing myself, I'm growing, and I'm bracing myself for the hard times because when other people get here, are they gonna fold? Are they gonna crack? Are they gonna be like, hey, I can't handle this? And I'm gonna be able to say, I've been there and I got through it. And let me show you how I did it.
I think that's the biggest one of the biggest pluses, I think, in my lifetime is getting to a point to where that happens. Kinda like you too, bro. I had a hell of a stressful week, being feeling like I'm being pulled in 20 different directions at all times at work. And it's one of those things to where you have to kind of learn to roll with the punches and just kind of figure your way out. And the minute or the moment that we bring on a new hire and they're starting to figure it out, and I can tell that they're overwhelmed and they're stressed, and the beautiful thing about that is that I can walk over there and be like, look, man, I've been in your position before. I know what it feels like. Take a deep breath, calm down. All these work orders are not going to get done in a day. You
Right,
have to understand that.
right.
You're not going to be able to touch every single thing all the time. It would be a wonderful and beautiful thing if you could do that. But right
It would
now,
be ideal,
it's
but
not a
it's not realistic.
possibility.
Yeah,
But guess what? All those work orders are still going to be there tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And all we can do is just keep on pushing, keep
that's
moving
it.
forward, and keep trying to progress little by little. If there's something that you feel like you're missing, let me know. I'm more than willing to help. And I think that's what a lot of people fail to understand in general. If you're in a hard spot right now, if you're going through a dark time right now, talk to somebody. You may not think that nobody wants to listen to your shit, but I guarantee you there will be that one person that you reach out to or that you talk to or that you sit there and just kind of drink a beer with or whatever, however it is that you want to release that and vent that out. It's good for you. It's not only just good for you, it's good for them too. It helps you de-stress. I know that sometimes I just want to talk. I'll pick up the phone and call my boy Joe and we'll sit there and chit chat for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it takes, just to talk, just to catch up, just to kind of get all that shit out. After that, you feel a whole lot better. You're like, you know what? Fuck it. I can move on with my day now. I can keep moving. I can keep pushing. It's not as bad as I thought it was. Why? Because he may have a different perspective than I have on a certain situation that we may be going through. And vice versa. He may be going through some stuff right now. And then we have a long conversation. And by the end of that conversation, he's like, you know what, man? I needed that. I feel better now. Thanks, I appreciate it. So don't ever think that you're by yourself or that nobody wants to hear you. Somebody will listen. Somebody will sit there and listen. Trust me. Just all you got to do is just reach out to somebody. That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
And bro, when you find somebody that you could talk to, it's almost like they breathe that life back into you, dog. Like
Mm-hmm.
you just feel like, God dang, I'm getting beat down, beat down. And you
Mm.
hear like, hey, you got this. Keep your head up. You I'm proud of you. Bro, I can't tell you how nice that feels. I'm proud of you. Proud of everything you've been doing.
Yep.
Especially when you had like the worst damn
Week.
time. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh
The
my
worst
God.
week, the
It
worst
just
day. You've just been going through it. And then all of a
through
sudden somebody's
hell.
like, hey man, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a
Yes.
damn good job.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
That's all you're like, damn, I needed that.
Woo! We back
I'm
in it to
good.
win it now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it just
So
gives you it rejuvenates
yeah.
everything that just kind of like weighs down, everything that
Mhm.
just kind of like starts to shut down on you. And you're just like, oh my God, if one more thing goes bad this week, it's on site with the next person that tells me something that I don't want to
Say
hear.
another mother
Motherfucking word.
and
This
this
shit
shit
is
is
over.
over.
It's over. And then you just hear, hey, you know what? You're doing
Trust me, bro.
amazing.
I've had those days too where I go into the office and I'm just in a bad mood to begin with. As soon as I get there and I'm like, I wish a motherfucker would say something to me today. Oh, please say something to me. Anything. I don't give a fuck. If it's even if you were to say good morning, well, bust your fucking head open to the white meat
I'm
right
biffing them
now.
on site.
It's just,
Hey, and then
but
you
you gotta
hear, dang,
everybody
you smell good. You know what?
forget it. I'm
Everything's
good.
all right in the world.
I'm good. Appreciate
Everything's
y'all.
everything's all
Appreciate
right
y'all.
in the world. We good.
But and at the end of the day, dude, I just remember that we're all human. We're
Yep.
all flawed.
Yep.
We're all gonna have those feelings. We're all gonna go through those things. And I mean, my biggest thing to all my
Most
friends,
of y'all, most of
yeah,
y'all, not me. I'm not.
I especially express that to all my friends. If they ever need somebody to talk to, anybody that they need to just lean on for a little bit, just to kind of vent. Hey, if you got my number, you got my number. Call me. I don't mind sitting there talking to you for a good minute, making sure you get it all out so that way you ain't got to take it out on the next nigga that you run across. So hey, do what you got to do, but at the end of the day, I want to make sure that you good. Last thing I need is to hear some horrible news that oh boy, he's not here with us no more. He was depressed and you know took his own life because there's a lot of that shit going around nowadays. So that's the last thing I want to hear from for anybody that I care about, anybody that's close to me or dear to me. You know, if you need to talk to somebody, please, 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 I can't say enough. Talk to somebody.
Yep.
Last thing that you don't understand, you won't know what it's like when you're gone until you're gone because everybody else here is mourning you and feeling bad because they could have did something or could have had just a talk with you, and then you could have been all right.
Yep.
And now they don't have that opportunity. So keep that in mind too.
Yeah, man, that's absolutely accurate, man. Just there's always somebody that's willing to hear you out. You just have to let somebody in. Like you
Mhm.
have to be willing to let yourself, like we talked about last week, let yourself be vulnerable enough. Share that with somebody. When things get hard, don't run away. Like be comfortable with that uncomfortableness and
Mhm.
just say, you know what, I'm still gonna share, I'm still gonna be here, I'm still gonna be locked in. I'm gonna talk to you. Don't run away. Don't run and hide because that's what you're used to, or that's what's always been like forced upon you. Like not everybody's like that. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we do want to thank everybody for just taking the time to watch these videos. We appreciate making this content. We hope you appreciate enjoying this content. As usual, and as always, we ask that you continue to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If you got some friends you think that would benefit from this, or you think it would be funny, whatever, feel free to share it with them. And as usual, man, just continue to support everything you do. Every like, every subscribe, every comment doesn't cost you a thing. It's priceless to us. It means the absolute
Mhm.
world to us. And it lets the YouTube algorithms know, hey, these guys are doing something right. We think more people should get their eyes on this and show that support. So, with that being said, we do want to thank you all. And again, till we see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.